Abraham Lincoln.
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Lost my ass for a second there. You're already going.
Yep.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 293 of the All Get Here podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my two caroling co-hosts.
God, hey, it's Ash.
Ho, 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 it's JoJo.
Yeah, we're smack dab in the suffocating center of the holiday season.
Why is it goddamn nearly 83 fucking degrees in December? I fucking hate it here. I want to leave.
Global warming. That's all I got.
Yep.
And also we're stuck in like the south too, so it's extra like stank on top of global warming.
That is
It's
true.
just like it's 75 degrees and 75% humidity.
And everything's covered in like an inch of grease.
Yeah.
Or sweat.
Both.
Or some undiscernible slime. We have a lot of slime down here.
Some undiscernible body fluids.
But anyhow, we're going to do our best to press on and wrangle some holiday cheer. But we're going to do the holidays the only way we know how. By putting a little bit of zhuzh, a little bit of stank, a little bit of spooky in it. So because today we're not only doing a patented lads make 'em up, but this year, for our annual Christmas make 'em up, we're doing a Christmas horror movie. Who better to bring you that than the Cinema Grimoire team?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop!
Which, in case you don't know, is a brand new show on our brand new channel, AYCH Xtra. Please follow the links in the description of this episode. But in case you don't know that, it's a show where Joe, Ash, and myself watch a Gothic movie, 80s, 90s horror, and basically just, peruse the genre horror with a little bit of queer insight and a little bit of just, AYCH flair. And we're bringing that flair to the Make 'em Up game today. And for everyone out there listening, and as this is their first time playing the Make 'em Up game, so basically it's where we here just spitball from zero a movie idea, complete with plot, action, and actors that we cast. And, of course, just make it as silly and nonsensical as possible.
No, this is super serious. These are serious pitches, and Hollywood, I know you're not listening, but you should be, because this is printing money.
Yeah, Scorsese's going to be shaking.
Mm-hmm. He wishes he could make these movies.
Listen, honestly, if you heard some of the last few make 'em ups, you'd be wishing that you had our number, Hollywood. I mean, because last year we did Lads make a Hallmark Christmas movie, and we turned the genre on the game.
We did that. Was it Breaking Bad when we replaced the meth with ass crystals?
That we did.
Replaced it with what?
Ass crystals.
One of my favorite JoJo sound bites. We got the butt crystals.
We got the butt crystals.
And also there were Muppets in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's amazing.
Probably should make a playlist of all the make 'em ups we've done.
That would be a good idea.
Because the first Christmas make 'em up was just our general Lads make a Christmas movie, where Santa, played by, my brain has left me, Kylo Ren.
Oh, Adam Driver. Oh, fuck that one.
Where Adam Driver plays Santa, and he has to defeat Krampus, who's played by Reba McEntire.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
So that's the level of game that we're playing today. So just to get the ball rolling with this, okay, Christmas horror. Obviously, there's a lot of holiday horror movies out there, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and what is essentially the genesis of the slasher genre by some in American cinema, Black Christmas. So, there's a lot to pull from. So what exactly do we want to do with ours? What's the genesis of this one?
See, usually I feel like when they go for like Christmas horror, it's usually slasher. It's tired. It's trite. We need it. I say we go full Gothic romance, but horror
Like this,
and Christmas.
does someone get like a secret admired letter? It's like, oh, Count Baron Blood wants to have a one night rendezvous in his spooky castle on Saint Sangre.
Yep.
I don't object.
Okay. All right. So what type of romance do we want for this movie?
Toxic as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Messy and toxic.
All right. Do we want some young ingenue who gets swept off their feet by a supernatural charmer, or do we want like some queer goodness in here?
I mean, it's obviously going to be some homo in there.
I mean, let's make it gay.
Oh, because we could also do poly and everybody's just fucking everybody.
Oh, that's how we make
Okay,
it
better.
messy. Yeah.
Because maybe I don't know, the invitee goes to the count's castle, whoever or whatever the monster is. We'll decide that in a moment. But then like their ex finds out that they're going, so they like stow away on the plane or like the carriage, and then they're just like, oh, I'm gonna win them back, and so we can have Christmas together. Or then what if the monster also falls in love or tries to woo the ex, or whatever, like Igor is in the castle just like, I want my Christmas love too.
It's pronounced Igor.
Oh God. Can the count be a countess, and can she be old?
Oh, we want like
I
a
want like a sugar mama for
okay
this. Like,
sugar mama.
Okay, all right, yes.
Okay, we need, okay, we're gonna have a sexy countess to be the person that invites the invitee, the young ingenue, or maybe not so young ingenue, to the castle. Who do we want to play the countess?
Helen Mirren.
Okay, I'm down.
All right. I was, if we could choose dead people, I was going to choose, or suggest Nico from Velvet Underground and Nico.
Not bad.
Nico.
That's a choice. I squished.
But
it, so
honestly,
be
I think
grateful.
Helen Mirren would be funny as shit.
All right. Do we want her to be a vampire or just like another monster?
Okay, hear me out. She's a fish monster, and the castle's underwater.
Yes. Yeah.
But like the castle's like upside down.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, maybe there's like a seaside castle, right?
Okay.
But like in Castlevania, there's like a second castle, but it's just mirrored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a castle, but because it's spooky, there's like a full moon, on like a lake. It creates a mirror castle, and that's where like some real spooky. Like she's got to, like, in order to do the ritual, she's got to take the invitee to their mirror castle. She goes under the stairs into the water, and that leads into the reflection on the lake.
Okay.
But it's only there for one night.
Of course.
Full
they'll be there for one
moon
night.
on Christmas Eve.
Blood moon.
Blood moon. Blood full moon on Christmas Eve. Okay.
Blood moon on Christmas Eve under the sea.
Okay.
And since it's under the sea, can we get Sebastian the crab?
Can we not? Please.
Maybe the Igor is a crab, but he's like
God.
a crab monster.
How crab is he? Like, is he like visibly a crab man, or is it like he could pass as a guy, but then he's just got like crab legs at the bottom?
I kind of like the idea that like he's like this basically a crab that has like a human like disguise. Like he has like a coat and like
Just a crab in a man suit?
basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Or he's just a sentient pile of crabs inside of a man suit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sentient crab pile.
Do each of the crabs have to get a voice?
Like it's just like the voice of Legion.
Yes.
Just like everybody's talking at once. Who we want to be Crab Igor?
like my mind immediately goes to like some of our reoccurring like revolving door, but I'm like, we need to break out.
Taika Waititi.
Okay, yes.
I mean, he was in our supernatural romance movie.
Really?
Yeah, go check out our supernatural romance episode. Basically, he plays the butler centaur who falls in love with Jason Momoa Manticore.
That all tracks, yeah.
Because like that also was a messy love triangle.
I see a recurring theme here.
Yeah, we
Honestly, I think it's like it's not a direct sequel. It's like its own story, but it's like a spiritual sequel.
I swear there was a bit that we were talking about in the supernatural romance where we like joked about there's another supernatural romance, but it's like underwater. I swear that's a bit in that episode.
Did we just like subconsciously will this in? Wow, because I was not thinking that. I was just like, I don't know, under the sea.
That's a great bit. I love it when we lay down lore for ourselves and not realize it.
Hell yes.
Always leave a back door. See, riding by the seat of your pants can have a good outcomes.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
I mean, Mike Mignola wrote Hellboy for a while by the seat of his pants.
Fair.
And look how that turned out. I'm telling you, this is going to be good as Hellboy.
That's a tall order there. I don't know about that. Might be setting the bar a little high.
Hey, it gives you lots of room when you fall.
Fair.
Okay, Taika Waititi for Crab Gore.
Who's our invitee?
Okay, I guess this is where we want to. Maybe do we want this to be a lady, to be a guy? I mean,
I feel like it's got to be a lady.
Because I was thinking like Toni Collette for some reason.
See, I was. Well, it's just like this later in life lesbians.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
But if it's gonna be Toni Collette, or if Toni Collette's in the movie, which I do want,
yes.
She has to be just she has to get progressively more shrill and haggard as the movie goes on. Oh wait, what if she's the ex? And that's why she's slowly crumbling apart.
Yes.
It's like, no, we were meant to be. And she's like, by the end, she's just like, just stringy, wet hair, just like,
Like it's falling out and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
Okay.
idea a lot
Toni
better.
Collette is the spiteful ex.
But the sugar baby in this sugar mama scenario.
Is there like a younger? Oh, we also have to think horror too. Like,
Yeah.
is there like an up and coming girl in horror that we have?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy,
Yeah.
Princess Peach herself.
I was going to say Mia Goth, but she was in the last one we did.
Yeah, she was in our Lads Make a Found Footage horror movie. Let's go check out that one too. Because my first thought was Jenny Ortega. But there's no reason why she can't be in the movie.
That's true.
I mean, we just have like a love dodecahedron.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Everybody's fucking everybody. It's
Because,
just
like,
one
I'm also-
big flesh pile.
Because I'm also reading a lot of Rumiko Takahashi manga, so like there's like 100 characters, and like that person has a crush on this person, that person used to date that. It's just the spider web character sheet.
Just pure messiness.
We'll set aside Jenny Ortega for a later role.
Okay.
Okay, so Anya Taylor-Joy gets the invitation to go see Helen Mirren in her lakeside, oceanside mansion. All right. Now, I guess from here, how we want the plot to progress. Do we want to introduce, like Dracula? She has, not only does she have her spiteful ex, perhaps because she's such this desirable individual, she has suitors.
Yes. And I'm trying to think of who.
It's got to be like really snotty, pompous British man.
I don't know, because see, my first thought is just gross.
Who's your,
Who comes immediately to mind?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's just kind of freaky looking.
He's snotty, but he also looks like a lizard.
I mean, he can be just like a mom. Another bit when we do these movies, we have just like huge AAA actors in like disposable roles, like when lads make a film war, we had like Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland just played like rank and file gangster that just get slaughtered.
Hell yeah. Can Idris Elba be one of the suitors?
Oh, please.
Yes.
This is for all of us.
We get Idris Elba, but unfortunately, we also have to get Ricky Gervais.
No, don't
No,
do that. Don't do that.
That's
We're,
evil.
we're fucking peaking because of that.
But hear me out. Just imagine annoying ass atheist Ricky, like peak atheist Ricky Gervais, just being an absolute menace.
Does he die? Because
Yes, he's the first to die.
Okay, fine. Then yes.
Like
fine.
like he walks into the door and a chandelier to go.
Good.
Like for some reason he's wearing a crown of thorns to be edgy.
You fucking flashed my ass back to that godforsaken cover he did. Oh,
I'm
you're
fine.
about to see.
No.
But because that fucking gutless cocksucker thought he was so goddamn hot and cool by doing this stupid fucking cover.
It is so fucking cringe, but he thinks he is the hottest shit.
Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Ew.
It's fucking stupid. In case you don't know, there is a magazine called The Humanist where years ago Ricky Gervais did a cover photo where he's shirtless, but he has a microphone stand across his back. He's assuming like the crucified pose with like a crown of thorns and atheist written across his bare chest in blood. And it's the hackiest, cringiest fucking thing. The moral of the story is not believing in God doesn't make you fucking smart. If you're just gonna be like a prick about it, who fucking cares? Mind your business. Anyhow, so Ricky Gervais gets splatted by like a like a gargoyle falls off the lid.
Okay, that's one.
Even better. What if Toni Collette gets there early? And she's like, I'll just get rid of all the shooters and I'll get Anya Taylor-Joy to myself, like wringing her hand like she's the fucking witch from Snow White. She pushes off the gargoyle and Anya Taylor-Joy, like Mr. Magoo, it just avoids all the pitfall, but just the gargoyle just splats him like
Yes.
right away.
Absolutely.
So Idris Elba is one of the suitors. Like I would say, we have 4 suitors. Ricky Gervais is immediately killed.
Okay.
We have 2 actual real ones.
Okay.
2 other ones.
Oscar Isaac. That's for me. That's mostly for me.
It's
Are you sure it's just for you?
I mean,
I think Pat would not object.
I
either.
can share.
Well, I think he's a pretty regular on our on our list.
Yeah. See, who else? Now I'm just like racking my brain. Can we go with dead people? Have we done that before, or do we want to keep it mostly living?
We've done the dead before, but let's keep it in the realm of living, especially like with this uptick in like AI theft.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. That's like scary and shit.
Louis Tan.
Louis Tan.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was the guy in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a good bunch of hotties for Anya to like question herself over, and all of us as well. So we have the 3 suitors. We have Anya. We have the countess herself. At this point, are any other ancillary characters, or you think this is like a good main cast to stick with?
So I don't know if we need any other characters, but for my edification, can we throw Tessa Thompson in here somewhere?
Yes.
Sure.
She's just like hanging out.
She's
like,
just there.
sup.
She's just hot in the background.
It's like what? Okay, what if she's like? Oh, what if she's the Van Helsing?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Yes.
She's out to stop Countess Helen Mirren because she knows this is part of her routine, and she's never got a chance to stop her yearly Christmas bloodletting. She's like, and by God, this is the year she's gonna stop it.
I need
She's
you to
gonna
know I
stop
forgot this was a Christmas movie for a second.
The Christmas blood orgy.
Because, like, honestly, to me, whatever happened with the rest of these folks, but the 3 suitors, they're just going to end up fucking each other. That's how I envision it going. Or we do a real just chicken shit thing. We have like we film multiple endings where Anya Taylor-Joy ends up with. She ends up with the countess, ends up with the three suitors, ends up back with her ex, ends up with Tessa Thompson.
And this just
So it's
suddenly
just
turned into a
Clue.
visual novel.
Yeah,
It's Clue.
it's like the fucking Bandersnatch Netflix movie for Black Mirror.
Yep.
You just at a certain point you just click the arrow. like each theater gets a different ending.
It's like, which one did you get? Man, I got ending 2.
Just keep picking the Tessa Thompson ending. It's just like,
Like you have to go like 3 towns over to get the ending you want. It's like, oh, in my theater she ended up with the crab pile.
I mean, the crab pile has rights. He needs love.
but they make out, but she makes out with as in a pile of crabs, not Taika Waititi.
I mean, yeah. You do what you have to sometimes.
Sometimes
Oops, all crabs.
Sometimes love is just a woman and 10,000 crabs.
It's a lot of crabs.
And plus, like, in case we forget, the Christmas Island is where those crab migrations happen. Like, just the swarms of crabs. That's the kind of crabs that Taika's made out of.
Oh, God. Crabs are kind of freaky.
They kind of are.
They're like ocean spiders.
Oh, I went to the Atlanta Aquarium recently, and they had the giant Japanese like spider crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are fucking huge, and they're so eerie because it's just giant, almost entirely stationary. And it's just like, and I loved the tank they had them in. It's just completely dark except for a red light shines on it. It's so eerie.
That's amazing. Now I kind of want one.
It's just like
It's kind of freaky. And, like, I'm
Weird-ass
just
pet.
imagining some like really like dirty like bam 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 just playing.
All right. So okay. I think we got a good group going right now. So I think we can move ahead to the plot. Okay. So Anya gets her invitation. She shows up with the rest of the crowd. Tessa Thompson has disguised herself, so she gains entrance to the party. So that no one is aware that she's Vanette Helsing or whatever you want to call her.
Do Vanessa.
See, that makes more sense.
Vanette also works.
Vanette is also a choice.
Vanette Vanessa.
It's a decision.
Vanette Vanessa, and they call her Vivi for short.
Oh.
But VV, it looks like vampire fangs.
I hate it.
And plus with VV, not only is she hunting down the countess, but also she's grappling with the feeling that she thinks that the countess might actually be kind of hot. She's chased her so long, her hatred is starting to turn into like curious admiration. It's like I hate this stupid, ugly, gorgeous, just silver fox countess. Like she just goes on so long and just like, are we still talking about hatred here?
I feel like at some point in their history they had to have hooked up or gotten close to hooking up just like once.
Yeah.
Just once. Just enough to increase the tension.
All right. Okay. But at this point, do we want to like flesh out any character interactions, or we just want to like set the stage what's happening inside the castle, and then like does anybody get killed off or like disappeared or get like Randy?
Let's set the stage for what happens in the castle.
All right. Okay. Big opulent ball, right?
Okay.
Big Christmas party that Helen Mirren Countess throws every year. But there's a singular individual that gets their invitation that the Countess wants to, okay, you're going to be my special little target for this year. And hopefully it opens up the secret underwater castle that she does a spooky ritual in.
Okay. What's her end goal with the ritual?
To see, does she want, because she's a vampire, she already lives forever.
Yeah.
With the ritual, does she want to become mortal again, or does she get like take over the world, or get like super vampire powers?
Super vampire powers. Yeah.
So like she just like turns into like a red crystal kind of like, and she shoots like lightning or shit.
I was just thinking giant bat woman.
She just
Like
turns
she just turns into a giant ass vampire bat.
like.
Or she goes from fish person, but she wants to be a moth person.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Helen Mirren is actually a fish woman.
Yeah, shit. Okay, no, that changes things.
I mean, we can. There's fish.
She graduates from fish person to shark person.
I don't hate it.
Okay, well maybe she can still be a vampire because she can be like she's like a lamprey.
That's creepy.
Because great opportunity for like monster effects.
True.
And plus, she sucks blood. And also, you can like it's like, oh, Countess, she's like, oh, you left such a hickey on me. It's just like this giant ass, just, like cookie cutter circle on her neck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
that works.
Okay, she's a okay, Countess is a lamprey woman. We are on to you, Helen Mirren, and we know what you are. She's a giant jawless fish.
I don't think Helen Mirren would mind if her secret got out. Like, I honestly don't think she'd give a shit. That woman knows what she's about.
It's just like, just try to do something to stop me.
And it'd be like, I don't know.
It's like,
Well, whatever floats your boat.
And this is 2022. While it lasts, we're all about giant monster women.
Please don't let the monster fuckers hear you say that. Please.
I thought this movie was made for the monster fuckers.
Yeah, mostly.
Like, hey, bring your monster fucker ID to the ticket booth. You get 10% off your ticket.
Ugh.
And it's just like people with like their body pillow of like the monster from like The Thing or something.
Oh,
It's like,
Yikes.
big party. What we got going on?
I don't know. She sets it up as like a charity ball or something just to get everyone there, and the whole thing is supposed to be like, I can't decide if it's better if it's one of those things where it's like everyone was just supposed to come and leave and they get snowed in, or if it was intentionally like an overnight thing.
I feel like she has one person. She's okay. You're gonna be like my little person. I'm gonna make my special choice so I can activate the ritual. But she needs like a whole bunch of blood to like fuel it. Like there's a giant blood machine in the basement that she's gotta like dish blood in like it's a diesel engine. So she has like 100 people. Whatever. Some archaic, very oddly specific number.
Yeah.
And so, but Tessa Thompson is like, okay, she's like doing her little sleuth thing with the big ass magnifying glass. She's like watching like the bloody footprints because crab gore is like sneaking away with people one by one to put them in the blood furnace.
Meanwhile, while the Toni Collette ex-girlfriend is also picking people off, so you initially don't know who it is, and then you get two swerves at the end
because there's people dying because like Toni Collette's killing people off because she wants her Anya Taylor-Joy to herself. So it's like, oh no, everybody in this castle is hot. I have to kill them all. And so she's just like pushing people off staircases, putting poison in the punch bowl. But then like all these people are still dying, which like adds more blood to the blood furnace. And we can do something like the castle's a lie. Like someone's blood hits the floor, just gets
sucks it up,
sucks through the floor, and just drops into like this big like cauldron in the basement. There's an elaborate scene of like you see the blood like trickle down through like the pipes and like the bricks till it hits like the big bucket in the bottom of the castle.
Blade. We just created the end of Blade.
Yep.
Which I do not object to because I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Oh god, now Helen Mirren has to have like a really poorly done CGI transformation sequence.
Please God,
of course.
I want her when like whatever the final battle is and everybody's dead and it's just like the last few people. It's like, no, you were supposed to be special. You're supposed to choose me. So she's like morphs out into like this weird bat lamprey thing, but it's like it's some really dodgy CG.
She's a lamprey with wings.
It's got, but she has, or she has like tentacles out, but they're like other lampreys. Or have you seen the monster from? God damn it, what's that thing called? It has, it's the one with the monster, in the cruise liner, and it's like sucking people away with its tentacles. God damn it! It's a sick monster. Deep Rising, the monster from Deep Rising, kind of like that.
The fuck is that?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It has a name.
The Octolus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a really fun, campy creature feature, Deep Rising. Like, it's goofy as fuck.
Okay, Helen Mirren has to turn into something like that.
Just tentacles and like also because this is like some lesbian stuff. There's got to be like hella yonic imagery.
Oh yeah.
Like there's just all these like honeydews and cantaloupes and Georgia O'Keeffe. They're just like pussies everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And then like when she turns into like her final form, there's just like a heaving like, I don't know, pussy mouth in the stomach.
There are
And at the end of each tentacle.
Oh yep. It's like just vagina dentata all the way through.
God. Ugh.
And then the shrubs in the little like courtyard garden area are going to be in the shape of boobies.
And like when like the countess is like trying to do like work her magic, it's like, oh, come with me, Anna. Oh, let me show you the garden. And it's just like all these just Venus de Milo, just like naked, broken statue, but just her tits are just out. Just like they're just tits and asses all the way across the circle. It's like isn't this just the most delectable art, don't you think? And she's just like, yeah, it's just very forward.
There has to be at the end of that scene just an overhead shot, and you realize there are just two fountains like strategically placed, just shooting like nipple water upward.
Like from an aerial, it just looks like tits.
Just two titty fountains.
like that's the final shot of the movie.
It's just like they make a loop around the garden.
Yes.
And then when they get to the end, it pulls out,
Yes.
and it's just like a pair of like just a naked chest.
Exactly.
I love it.
Oh shit!
Terrible.
God.
All right, okay. I think we can come back to Jenny Ortega. Who do we want? Do we want her to be like? Maybe she's just like a. I'm trying to think. Who do we want her to be?
Would we want her to be like Anya Taylor-Joy's like friend that tags along, like because it initially thinks like, oh, this thing is kind of sketchy.
Yeah, just like
Bring
this.
a friend along.
He's like, this is her gal pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
gals being pals. Like I would say, let Anya Taylor-Joy just be kind of like oblivious to everyone's advances.
Yes.
But like her kind of demure, like sincere friend Jenny Ortega is just like, I'm really glad we got to spend, this trip together. It really means a lot that you invited me. Just like, of course, you're my pal. And she's just like, yeah, you are my pal. But she's laying it on as thick as possible. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, I spilt wine on my bustier. And so she just sticks her boobs in her face and just like, oh no, let me dab that for you. And like she's just like comically stupid about it. Everyone's just like, just tits in hand, dick out, and just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think that works.
But she's still somehow flirting heavily with everybody, but she doesn't realize it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's kind of clueless. God.
Okay. Let's see. There's got to be a whole bit about Helen Mirren. It's like, I lived all these years in this castle, and Christmas is always the saddest time of all. It's like, because we gotta lay into like the cheesy parts of Christmas movies too.
Does she get a tragic backstory?
Of course. Okay, what is Countess Fishwoman's tragic backstory?
Her husband left her on Christmas Day. Now, she was always a fish person,
Yeah.
regardless of the vampire part.
Yeah, she's completely fine being a fish person.
But he discovered that she was a fish person, and he left and took, like, her hybrid fish child with him.
It's like, no, not Fish Mantha. Like, I love it. Like their child is just like a little girl with like a trout head with pigtails.
And the child doesn't even talk. It just go.
It's like, wait, babe, you're a fish? What the fuck? Who do we want her dirtbag husband to have been?
Do we want him to be a dirtbag, or do we want him to just kind of be cool or classy?
Okay, maybe it could be like it's just like a terrible misunderstanding.
Michael.
Patrick Stewart.
Never mind. That's much better.
Patrick Stewart is Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish. What if their last name is Fish and he was just completely oblivious to the fact that he married a fish woman?
Yeah, because he took her name.
God, yeah.
He was very
Because she's royalty.
Yeah,
The Lord and Lady Fish.
yeah.
Lord and Lady Fish.
Because there's going to be a prequel that explores them as youngsters, but it's like, but for some reason, way more CG.
Yeah.
But you're okay with it because there's like, some Florence and Machine songs on the soundtrack.
God. Don't bring Florence into this. Florence did nothing wrong.
Hey, but she was the best part of Snow White and the Huntsman.
I've never seen it.
I mean, you're not missing much.
I didn't think so.
I mean, like there's some cool like character design, like when the magic mirror turns into like this living cloak of like liquid gold. It's pretty cool. But like other than that, it's like you're not missing much.
That was the Christian Stewart, Chris Hemsworth movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With all the behind-the-scenes drama.
Yeah.
So we have our tragic backstory. I don't know how this ties into her having a Christmas ball, but...
Because her husband and her child left on Christmas, she tries to like surround herself with like this big party to like in the hope, because she's trying to find that special person to be with her. Maybe that's what the blood thing is, because there's a
Okay.
The blood thing is because there was just, when she met her husband like 500 years ago, whatever, is that they had this great big blood thing to sort of like to consecrate the marriage, because that's what her family dynasty is built on the blood dynasty of Saint Sangre. And then because she's looking for that right person again, and then she thinks she's found that with Anya Taylor-Joy, because she has like a lot of her old husband's like personality traits. Obviously, being oblivious is one of them. Just like, I just love someone who's just stupid and hot.
Fish Helen Mirren, morosexual.
I feel somehow morosexuals are less aggravated than sapiosexuals.
This is, you know what? I respect someone who knows that they've got like a dumbass golden retriever that's just hot as hell. Like, I can support that. The sapiosexuals are a whole nother level of pretentious.
They're just annoying because they don't actually want someone that smart. They just want to kind of like project intelligence.
Essentially.
I was completely unaware of this binary until
This is what happens when you're terminally online and you were on Tumblr during certain years.
And so we're like, certain terminology feels like a bit, but people use it seriously, and then it kind of became a bit in its own again.
See, because I thought the sapiosexual thing was a joke for like a really long time, and then I found out that people were dead serious about it. I'm like, that's gross.
Yeah. And everyone who's a sapiosexual just reads like an incel, honestly.
Is that like, I'm only attracted to smart people?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hook up with the dum-dums.
Do it at least once.
Yeah, because I promise you, sapiosexuals, you're not as smart as you think you are.
No. Mostly you're cringe.
What do you think is the next step here?
What is Toni Collette doing during all this? I know she's murdering people, but like...
I do think there needs to be a point where she actually meets up with Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay.
Or just like, oh, it's just funny meeting you here. Or for some reason, she has a British accent. She's very single white female. She just starts to adapt because she sees Anya kind of falling for the countess. She starts to like put on airs to make herself seem more desirable to Anya in this new environment.
I'm just picturing crazy Toni Collette in like a short, like bobbed gray wig, trying to act like it's normal.
like you see her like stringy blonde hair like sticking out underneath it.
Like it's just a really bad wig job.
Like Party City wig. Like she didn't even shake it. She took it out of the bag.
She got like the $5 wig from fucking Amazon.
Yes.
Oh, she got the cosplay wig from Five Below.
Oh God.
What if she just keeps doing that though with like everyone Anya meets? So at one point she just has like Oscar Isaac's mustache and like
Yes.
Because like every single person she meets, she like adopts a little bit of like what Anya finds attractive on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this would go south real bad.
I really wanted to. I'm already thinking of the most problematic way.
Oh no!
No!
Don't steal my joy, okay?
I mean, listen, there's some stuff if you want to do the bit, you'll have to talk about.
I wasn't even going for the most obvious choice.
Because it took me a second. I was like, yeah.
Okay, so Oscar Isaac has a just killer mustache.
Yes.
So she just like either either she draws one on with like a Sharpie, or she sees another rich stuffy person, just yanks it off his face after she squishes him.
Both.
Okay.
Upgrade from the Sharpie mustache to the stolen one.
Because she just as time goes on, it's just, the Sharpie one's not working. She just like smashes a dude's head with a mallet and then takes his real one.
Jesus Christ. Yes. Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay, what is the hot thing about Lewis that she steals from him? Oh, we can probably use this point to get into his character a little bit.
I mean, that man has abs for days. I'm just picturing her with them like drawn on a t-shirt.
Oh, okay. Because this is a monster movie, horror movie. What if not only does she like adopt her personality, she starts to like Frankenstein herself?
Jesus Christ!
Like body mod?
Yeah, like
shit.
Like she,
fuck.
like she goes like body horror, and she's like she steals some dude's abs. She starts putting it on her belly. It's like check out my sweet abs, and it's just like. Just horrible patchwork of just like oozing blood. Just like, wow, and Anya just like, wow, you've really been working out. And just can't even tell.
What is she going to steal from Idris Elba?
I mean, she doesn't, I'd say she doesn't steal Lewis's abs, but she sees that he has just a killer six-pack and then doesn't steal one person's abs, takes one ab
From each person.
from different guys in the party. They're just like, but there's just like one missing down on their chest while they're like stuck in like the hospital and infirmary, and the crabman's like slowly dumping them down the laundry chute into the blood furnace.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what does she steal from Idris Elba? His pecs?
Yeah, let's go with that.
I wouldn't say either. He just has big arms or like big pecs.
Yeah.
Upper body.
Yeah.
Because we have the abs. So she's like, okay, she really likes just big swole arms, and just starts feverishly looking around, like tight close up on the eyes, and she and she sees like all these like just suddenly and inexplicably just like super jacked dudes in the party.
I want a cameo from Chris Hemsworth. We never address him by name. It's just for the arms.
Yeah.
And she just steals his biceps.
It's just like, yes, just rips them off.
I had to think, I'm like, who is the biggest biceps possible? Get him from Hemsworth.
Okay. I'm down for this. Okay, now that we have like Monster Mash Toni Collette, a great bit, I think, at the end is when after, for whatever reason, the ritual is thwarted and Helen Mirren's like, you betrayed me, you broke my heart, I'll never love again. She turns into the big fish monster. She goes to kill Anya Taylor-Joy, and then giant monster mash Toni Collette comes in. It's like, get away from her, you bitch! And then the two monsters fight.
Yes.
I love everything about this.
Because like Toni Collette is just like a horrid mash of flesh at this point. But, or excuse me, at that point, because we haven't got to like the build up. Do we want to do anything more with Tessa Thompson?
I mean, honestly, my plan didn't go beyond her just being there and hot, so this is a challenge. She's got to be doing something during all of this.
Because I definitely think she's putting the plot together that, Crabman is like stealing bodies away somewhere because all these people keep disappearing and they haven't come back. I think at some point she needs to get captured.
Okay.
And then either Anya or somebody else is like looking for her. Because we can have maybe we can have one of the other characters like fall for her. Because give enough fodder for all the characters interacting.
I want it to be the Crab Man.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I want the Crab Man to fall in love with her.
Okay, because he's working for Helen, and it's like she's like, this one's sniffing around too much. That's my old enemy? Question. Like she's kind of like it herself is just like question mark. It's like lock her up, and when he does, he's very reticent about it.
Yes,
because he's just like, no, she's figured out my schemes too, and I like the challenge. No one else has done this, and he's just like, wow, you're really foxy, aren't you, VV?
VV Helsing.
VV Helsing. Goddamn.
Because she can be like, hey, you're really smart and clever, and like she's like feeding his ego, just like, hey, because Helen Mirren she's cold and closed off, so she's kind of like, you're just using him for legs and then have him running around. But so Vivi is like, actually like, hey, this is really clever. I like how you did it. You're kind of fucked up, but this is smart. And it's like, oh, well, thank you, goodness.
Or how about he's just like, he's only just like going along with it, but he's just like really reluctant. And after this is like the final straw.
Yeah. So because after just like years of just putting up with Helen Mirren's just like abuse, it's just like, no, I have something too. You're so closed off. You forgot. You just assume everyone else is. So I have someone I love and care about now. So fuck you, bitch. So I think that's one thing that keeps Helen Mirren like becoming more and more inward and like desperate to rein in Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay.
Because like the people around her are, even the people she could have kept at arm's length, they're no longer there. Like her rival is not interested anymore. Her footman no longer cares about working for her. And he's no longer afraid of her now because he has something he cares more about than his own life and fear. So it's just like, I have nothing left. So she's like just desperate at this point. I think at this point we could probably like, she's just trying to hurry along the ritual even though it's not ready yet.
Okay.
She's just like, oh, the bucket is 80% full. We're good. We're going to just kickstart this bullshit. So I think here probably like all the remaining people just get flushed down a commode. Like she just like, fuck this, pulls a lever, and then the party floor goes doom, just like splits in half, and everyone falls into the bucket. And then like you see like the three suitors getting like, oh no, I'm all covered in blood and like sexy, and they're trying to help each other.
Do the suitors live or do the suitors kick the bucket too?
I say we give enough tension to where you think they bite because it disappears. They disappear for a while, but then they show up at the end.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, we made it.
Because like you see them like bubble in the cauldron and just like, oh no, are they dead? And then they come back at the end.
Okay.
All right. What do you want? Like the tearful like denouement to be before the monster mash happens.
I feel like there has to be a dramatic moment between like Frank and Tony and like Anya Taylor-Joy. Like there has to be that kind of like moment of realization where it's like, hey, you kind of fucked yourself up there, buddy. But hearts.
I'd say like there has to be something with Tony Collette, also something with Jenny Ortega, the gal pal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because Anya, like us, had kind of forgotten about her at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has had like something to get kind of like divert their interest in, but Jenny Ortega has been sort of like, hey, you're the one thing I've been caring about, and you haven't really acknowledged me. Like, I helped you when you fell out with your ex-girlfriend, but you haven't been... I've been important more to this relationship than you have with me. And I feel like... And she feels hurt and is like, I do so much for you, but you don't ever reciprocate.
Fair.
Or maybe there's another backstory in that Anya realizes that she's not actually as dumb as she is. She's playing dumb as like a coping mechanism because of the relationship with Tony.
Part of me really likes that, and part of me just really wants her to be stupid.
Like she's just dumb the whole time.
Really fucking dumb.
Like she's just dumb the whole time.
All the way till the end. Like literally, you go through the entire film, and she's still just like, "Hey, it's weird."
She like Pat said earlier, she just like Mr. Magoo's her ass through this entire movie.
Because I do like that too. Or there's a brief moment that you
think she has brain cells.
Like it's enough. It's intentionally there enough to make you think that it's kind of an act, but she still kind of plays it straight. It's enough reasonable doubt, to make you think that like is she just sort of putting on this like clueless act to kind of cope with what she's been through, but then she's just like duh.
I lost it. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, my brain just came to a screeching halt.
At this point, Anya Taylor-Joy's got to be alone. Like Tony Collette has tried to reach out to her, just like try to win her back, and just like. And there's like she's just like, no, I don't want that. I don't want you. So she runs off. She runs away to the store where she's keeping all the body parts to make her super monster body that she'll wear in the final battle. And Jenny Ortega has run off because like her heart's been broken because she's put herself out there for so long and got nothing back. So at this point, Anya is the most vulnerable, and that's when Helen strikes. But also, there's got to be a point where Anya realizes something that she doesn't want her either.
I feel like we kind of worked ourselves into a corner here.
You know, they start out, everything seems pretty amicable at first, but like Helen Mirren like slowly gets a little more pushy, and as she gets more pushy, she pushes Anya Taylor-Joy further away until it reaches the monster climax, and then and during the final battle, like as they're fighting, the moment you think like Anya Taylor-Joy has her shit together, she somehow just accidentally magically like flips a switch or so, like a self-destruct button on the castle.
Because like I like the part where she gets because Helen Mirren is so desperate and becoming so like craven into like getting her way with Anya, is that she does the thing that Tony Collette did to her to make her break up with her. So just like, you're just like her. You're not cool. You're not a silver fox at all. You're just a big fat meanie. And she runs away like, and then the monster mash happens. And then during the monster mash, it's like, Anya's like carelessly hits the big red self-destruct button. Or like she's just like she just like conspicuously had like a big ass, and she actually sits on the big switch, the big like double-handed lever with spider webs and like electricity shooting out that activates the self-destruct button.
And sort of as the castle's crumbling and the two monsters are just fighting out to the bitter end, Anya Taylor-Joy is like running away from the debris. And as she looks beside her, she sees the boat that has Vivi Helsing and the rest of the cast. And that's how we find out that the suitors are indeed still alive.
Hell yeah.
And then she jumps off, and it's this big action movie moment where dun dun dun, and then the sound cuts out, and then jumps onto the boat.
Oh, we need some Metal Gear Solid ass music in here.
Oh yeah, we get the guy who did the I forget the guy who did the soundtracks for those fucking games from Sons of Liberty onward.
And because when the self-destruct thing happens, I thought the big blood furnace, it just like voids all the blood into the sea. So just like you hear like a big toilet flush, like whoosh, and like all the people are still alive get flushed out to sea. But because Vivi and Crab Gore had like hot crab sex in the closet, and they got in the boat and beat the hell out, you see the three suitors splash in the water, and they scooped him up, and the rest of people just like, I don't know, who fucking cares? They weren't named, and they weren't hot enough, so we don't care about them. So that's when Anya Taylor-Joy. When the castle's like crumbling around, and Helen and Tony are still fighting, what if at the end, like, they're all beaten and bloody, they're just like heaving, and then they start making out.
And then that's like, and then from there, credits.
Because they both realize, it was just like, hey, because they're both like toxic in very similar ways.
Yes.
And they're just like, oh, you're fucked up, aren't you? Because like every time they would hit each other, it's almost like, you know, I don't know, like almost kind of sexy too. It's like they're like sex fighting.
God.
And then as they kiss, Jingle Bell Rock starts playing.
I keep forgetting it's a Christmas movie.
And in fact, the movie forgets that it's a Christmas movie until at the most inopportune times, and then you violently get reminded it's Christmas.
Please, as the boat is pulling away, like they're making out, Jingle Bell Rock's playing, there's just like a wreath on the front of the boat, and it just kind of sails off.
Yes, and it does like the like the
iris in.
The
Yes.
iris in.
And okay, I love it. Do we want to do like what was it, like Animal House, where just like credits as like after Jingle Bell Rock plays, into the credits, you see like Christmas postcards that kind of like epilogues to like all the big characters.
Okay.
All right. So what do you want the epilogues to be?
Three suitors run off with each other.
Okay, it's like them,
And they have a very healthy polycule.
Yes.
it's like them like in the mountains somewhere, but all three of them are like they're all wearing one giant sweater together
Aw.
with just like three heads poking out.
Okay.
Okay. Vivi Helsing and Crab Gore.
They take a very nice vacation to Rome. Like their postcard is like out in front of like the Colosseum.
Oh, or they're doing that hacky thing where they act like they're pushing down the Leaning Tower.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want Crab Gore to be wearing sunglasses, but sunglasses on each crab.
It's just like thousands.
Yes.
There's hundreds of tiny sunglasses.
Yes.
Jenny Ortega.
We need to throw someone else hot in here because I feel like she needs a non-shitty girlfriend.
we like retcon. There's some other like third string character that's kind of like, you know, like obviously not like big, but like you saw them enough times in the movie, like, oh, I like them just because like they're like a background character or personality.
But
Yeah.
they still feel shoehorned in.
Yes.
Jenny Ortega was talking to this character for like one scene. They had like one exchange of dialogue, and it's like, wait, they ended up together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who we want this person to be?
I just had the dumbest thought.
Okay, let's hear it.
Megan the Stallion.
Yes.
Oh, and I want Megan Thee Stallion to have like this big. God, we peaked so big right there.
Yep.
She like her like ballroom dress is just like, it looks like a normal Victorian dress, but her whole ass is out in the back.
Yes.
And Megan Thee Stallion is a vampire.
Yes.
But that's not like that was not known at all in the movie. Just like you just see, for whatever reason, Jenny Ortega just like kind of like doing like this kind of schoolgirl like crush pose, and then like Megan Thee Stallion's like pretending to bite her neck with fangs.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Anya Taylor-Joy.
She it just shows her getting off the subway, going Grand Central Station in New York. I don't know.
Or maybe there's a like a post credit scene where it's Anya Taylor-Joy by herself, and then she's like in in a subway, in her train station, and she's like, a year later, it's at Christmas. It's like, oh, here I am alone at Christmas, and she looks over and she sees someone, and it's like, oh, they're cute.
And it's Dwayne the Rock fucking Johnson.
Yes. Yes.
No, she does the full anime thing. It's like, oh no, I'm late for my train. Just like, whoa,
like the piece of toast and everything.
So she bumps into the Rock, but she lands face first in his pecs. And it's just like, oh no, I can't believe I've fallen in some pecs. And she looks up and it's the Rock.
Or the Rock.
And then it's like, oh, is this your train? It's like, yeah, this is my train. Oh, let me help you out. Let's get on together. And then they board the train and he does the thing from Thriller.
Reveal, yes.
He goes like these like glowing red eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and all right, post credit scene, because the Christmas card. That's like the main credits.
Okay.
And then there's a first scene, which is Anya Taylor-Joy and the Rock. Then the post credit at the very end is Helen Mirren and Toni Collette, like hand in hand on like a beach somewhere.
Yes.
I support this.
It's like they're sitting on the ruins of the castle, like like on just like rubble. Like you just see the rubble of the castle like scattered across the beach. You just see the camera pan across the beach. Then you see like some naked toes. And it pans up to like Toni Collette like just completely naked except for like a ship's like sail wrapped around her, and then Helen Mirren's like wrapped up in the sail too. A bloody tablecloth.
Yeah,
and they're just like all touching each other all sensually. It's like.
Like uncomfortably sensually.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's a weird note to end the movie on.
It's like you're kind of like good for them,
I guess.
Question mark.
But like there's something about the scene just feels real icky. Like they're both into it, of course, but just like something about them together is just really off-putting.
I support it.
Oh, they got to be covered in just head to foot in like slime.
Oh. Do they have to be covered in slime?
Nickelodeon slime.
No.
She's just like, wow, no one's made me slime like that in years.
No.
Oh, and then like as they're like caressing each other, you hear like two bags hit the sand as Patrick Stewart's like, what the fuck? It's just like bang, but then it ends. Smash cut.
Yes.
It's like, Mom?
What the fuck have we created?
Like Patrick Stewart had like an armful of like Christmas presents, and he sees like these two after they just like done like fish schooling, and they're just like plops down on the beach, just like, what the fuck, bitch?
It's just like I went Christmas shopping for 12 hours, and I come back.
See, that's the bit. The whole movie, you make it think like he walked out on her hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
But it was literally just earlier that day.
Yes. She got lonely.
And it completely fucks with the established timeline of the movie.
Yes.
Like it's actively shown that she's been doing this for hundreds of years. But,
I want to see him leave in like a horse-drawn carriage.
and he comes back
like he has a top hat and everything.
Yes.
but then you see like a Subaru on like the beach like guardrail.
He takes the carriage 20 feet to his car and just drives off. This is an atrocity.
I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking slick to me.
Is it bad that this is like one of the more like kind of like legitimate ones? Like
That's alarming.
I mean, there's been plenty of times where we never made it through like an actual plot, like beginning to end.
I'm amazed that we did, because I did not think that was going to happen.
Like this is fairly well structured for the most part. Most of them are just like ass crystals, lots and lots of ass crystals.
Basically, yeah. Monster sponsorship, like the movie stops for Jason Momoa to talk about his monster sponsorship for like 20 minutes.
And he emphasizes, no, it is not 666. It is not satanic. Monster is not satanic.
Yep.
I hate it.
Also, the eligible bachelorette and the lads making supernatural romance was a swamp thing with a fat ass.
Hell yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Was Toni Collette the swamp thing in the supernatural romance movie?
Maybe.
You gotta stop casting Toni Collette. God damn.
Toni Collette's one of our lesser used characters. Almost all of them have like
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, Jason Momoa,
Danny Trejo. Lots of Dannys.
Timothy Chalamet.
I'm just hearing so many missed opportunities within ours now. I'm like, shit.
Hey, there's always the sequel.
Oh, God. Does the sequel involve the fish daughter all grown up?
The sequel it's like the Call Me by Your Name sequel where it's about the dad. This one's about Patrick Stewart and his gay love affair.
Fair.
Because while he was out getting Christmas presents, he had a little tryst with his gay lover.
Who is watching their half fish child in all this? Like, this child is just unattended.
Because we have the prequel with how Patrick Stewart and Helen Mirren first met.
Okay.
And then there's a sequel that actually takes place it's really an interquel, shows out what he was doing. Mm-hmm. And then there's a short film that's just like Fish Daughter's big day out.
Poor fish kid.
But lastly, what are we calling this movie?
I thought it was a Blood Moon on Christmas Under the Sea.
Fuck it, why not?
Blood Moon Christmas Under the Sea. Sure.
Did the blood moon have anything to do with it? Did we do anything with the blood moon?
No.
What makes the bit even better, honestly. Yeah, I think we got a movie.
Is that what we're calling this?
Hey, like we said, this is probably the most coherent we've had in a while.
God, that's scary.
I mean, and obviously one of the more reined in, because when lads rebooted Evangelion, we had tactical foreskins.
I give up.
So, okay, how was Ash's first make 'em up?
There's a lot to process here.
I think you and the audience both would agree with that.
Yeah. Feel like we didn't use Tessa Thompson enough, but the rest of it was good.
Oh, okay. Sidebar. What if Tessa Thompson gets a spin-off series
Yes.
where she just investigates but falls in love with a different supernatural monster?
Yes. I'm with it. She's like the worst like supernatural hunter ever because she just keeps fucking her prey.
It's just like other supernatural hunters are just like, listen, your kill count's way low. What keeps happening? She's just like, well, and then it's just like just like a montage of just her just like slamming like a Bigfoot against the wall, and just like just like sucking face. It's just like let me get up them toes.
Oh no!
Why? No.
I don't know. Tessa Thompson might suck toes. That's her prerogative.
You know what? I want to go on record as saying that I have nothing to do with this theory whatsoever.
I mean, look, Tessa Thompson, T-toe. I'm just saying, it's right there in black and white.
Tessa Thompson is really attractive, and I'd like to go on record as saying that I don't believe she sucks toes. Also, Tessa Thompson, call me. Anyway.
Tessa Thompson, call me by my name.
God damn it. I hate it here.
All right. Well, I hope we put you in the holiday spirit with our bone-chilling, blood-curdling, arousing Christmas horror movie. I had to get myself back together there. But listen, it was a wild, winding road, but we got to the end of it. We made it through the snowy forest and we came out the other side. Not squeaky clean, but, had a good time. The carriage went off the path. We hit the mud patch, but, we got to Grandma's house A-okay.
Yeah, we're going with that.
Yeah, sure.
So we're signing off for today. Thank you all so much for listening. We had a great time. We hope you did too. Be sure to follow us wherever podcasts are found. That's on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Be sure to like, rate, review, subscribe on all those platforms. Helps us out, keeps it visible, puts it in front of you listeners. And of course, we always appreciate you when you do it. And do us a favor, go check out all the other great and wonderful shows on the ever-expanding AYCH network. We have Cage and Greatness, where we talk about Nicolas Cage movies about half the time. We have AYCH Xtra, where we talk about movies and video games with the other new shows. Like we said at the top of the show, this is what you see right here, Cinema Grimoire, where we talk about Gothic movies, 80s and 90s horror, and just a little bit of everything in the goth subgenre. Obviously, we're a little more on tap there because we have something that, a movie to really talk on, but we still have that same good energy and spirit. And also, we have the Backlog Boyz, which is a show by Colt, Tanner, and Wenzel as they talk about video games and all the different things that are going on in the video game world, from new releases to deep dives on old games. If you're a video game fan, you'll be well served to check out that place. And you can follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at John Lost His Name. If you would, close us out with your plugs.
It's Ash. You can find me on Instagram at Glam and Ghoulish, where I sell polymer clay jewelry. That's a little bit creepy, a little bit cute. And you can find me on Twitter at Blurred Girl Blue. And again, Tessa Thompson, my DMs are open.
JoJo.
My name is Joe. You can follow me on the tweeters at JONIABY24 and John on Sun 12 on Letterboxd.
All right, thank you all so much for listening. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you very soon.